Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. And if you're a new viewer, welcome to Pie in the Sky Tours. In today's video, I'll be showcasing my best settings for the Quest 2. I've spent a significant amount of time dialing in these settings post from update 7, and I've really focused on getting a smooth experience. The graphics could be pushed a bit higher, but these are my best settings in terms of really trying to get that smooth VR experience. I really am impressed with the Quest 2's performance, and I think it's a really solid headset. So we'll start off with some settings, followed by some performance demos, so you can see exactly how those settings are applied and what kind of performance I'm getting in VR with the Quest 2. Here you can see the graphic settings for VR in the sim. I've got the render scale set to 80, the anti-aliasing set to TAA, terrain level of detail is 100, off-screen terrain pre-caching is ultra, terrain vector data is ultra, buildings, trees and grass and bushes are all medium, object level of detail is 100, volumetric clouds is set to high, texture resolution is set to high, anisotropic filtering 8 times, texture supersampling 8 times 8, texture synthesis is high, water waves high, shadow maps 1024, terrain shadows are 512, contact shadows are high, windshield effects are medium. I've got ambient occlusion turned off completely, cube map reflections at 256, ray march reflections at high, light shafts at low, bloom is off, and glass cockpit refresh rate is set to medium. So these settings provide a balance between smoothness and graphical clarity. Here you can see the Quest 2 settings in the Oculus app. I've got the refresh rate set to 90 Hz, and the rendering resolution is 4864 by 2448, which is 1.3 times, which works really well for my system. You might want to experiment with 72 and 80 Hz refresh rate, and also experiment with that rendering resolution slider. But hopefully starting out with my settings will help you adjust and get your system dialed in better. Next we've got the Oculus debug tool settings. I've left everything at default. I've just disabled the asynchronous space warp, which is the motion reprojection, and I've enabled the link sharpening tool. I'm using driver version 496.49. I rolled back from the most recent version because I find this version gives slightly better performance, so I've gone with that. Here you can see I'm flying the MB339. I've unlocked the frames. Usually I lock the frames at 32, but I've unlocked the frames here, so you can see I'm getting really good performance, very smooth. The slight stutter then was me just resetting my position in the cockpit. As I mentioned earlier, the graphic settings could be higher, but I'm loving the fluidity without any kind of ASW. It's really great, and you can see the reflections are really clear as well. I'm seeing slight drops in frames once in a while, but it's totally okay and it doesn't really bother me that much, so I'm pretty happy with the way this jet's behaving. And here I am in the A320, very smooth performance. I'm at quite a low altitude for an airliner, I know, but I just wanted to sort of show you how smooth it is in relation to the skyline and the landscapes. You can see here I'm not getting any kind of stutter from my head movements in the cockpit. So everything's very smooth in and outside of the cockpit, which is great, especially on these airliners, which is much more taxing in terms of system resources. So here you can see the frames are hovering in the mid-30s, which is great for this airliner. I do notice a bit of shimmer on things in the distance, but it's nothing too distracting. If you're a Quest 2 owner and a prescription glasses user, I highly recommend you check out these VR Wave lenses. They sent me a pair to try out and I'm really quite impressed with them. VR Wave lenses correct nearsightedness, farsightedness and astigmatism, so users can literally enjoy perfect vision in VR. They're very easy to install. You clip the plastic holder onto the VR lens and simply connect the Wave lens with a magnetic holder. They sell lenses for the Quest 2, the Reverb G2, the PlayStation VR and many more models. They have promotion sales on Black Friday, Cyber Monday and Christmas week, so make sure to get a pair during the promotion period. You can also use the discount code Pie in the Sky Tours for a 5% discount on any product on their website, and I'll leave a link in the description below. Now back to the demos. You can see I'm flying the Aviat Pitts S1S, the new model, and you can really feel the movement of the plane here. It's amazing. You've got to be quite careful because the turbulence can get quite rocky, so I actually almost lose it a few times in this demo, but I'm just trying to sort of show you the movement and how close I am to the buildings, so you can really see that it's not stuttering at all, and the sort of performance I'm getting is really good. The only thing I'd say about these settings is that sometimes you can see some shimmer like I mentioned earlier, and there's a slight pixelation in the sky sometimes, but apart from that, if you want smooth flying, then definitely I'd recommend these settings. And here you can see I'm flying out in the middle of nowhere and I'm getting excellent performance, around 45 FPS. I know it's not all about the numbers, but you can see here the clarity and the smoothness is just brilliant. It's really, really good. The clouds look really clear and very realistic, which is great to see. I'm not seeing much pixelation, but I do see it sometimes. I'm not really sure what that is yet, but I'm sure we'll see some changes in the future regarding that. I'm playing with DX11 rather than 12 like most of you are too, just because my system can't handle it, and it is something for the future. Like I said in my last video, I am so glad they've introduced that, but it will take time to implement properly and use properly for all of us. This Quest 2 is honestly a very good headset, and I'm really pleased to report this performance demo because I'm actually quite surprised at it, and it's really impressive. And like I said at the beginning of the video, try my settings to start with, and just tinker from there. It shouldn't take you long to get the sweet spot for your own system, and then you can just leave it and enjoy flying like we all want to. And do let me know how you're finding the Quest 2's performance post Sim Update 7. I'd be really keen to hear back from you guys. And if you're looking for some more realistic AI traffic in the simulator, check out my AI G tutorial here. It really injects some more life into the sim, and I highly recommend it. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. I look forward to making the next video soon. As always, take care and stay safe.